Yesterday we talked about how Daniel and his three friends were the only ones, apparently, who stood up for the Lord. We don't know where all the other Israelites were. Did they just buy into the culture of the Babylonians? But Daniel and his three friends were the only ones who remained faithful, as far as we know. Well, years passed. Nebuchadnezzar is off the scene now. We have a new empire and a new emperor. Darius the Mede is now in charge. We don't know at this point where Daniel's three friends are. They kind of drop off the scene. Are they dead by now, or have they been moved to another part of the empire? We don't really know. But Darius the Mede enacts an edict that says no one is to pray except to him. You remember the story very well, I'm sure. At this point, Daniel has no friends, no support system. He has no church. He has had no church for years and years and years. He has no internet where he can watch a church service on TV. But what does he do even at that? Chapter 6, verse 10 says, "When Daniel learned that the document had been signed, he went into his house. The windows in its upstairs room opened toward Jerusalem, and 3 times a day he got down on his knees, prayed, and gave thanks to his God, just as he had done before." Just as he had done before. This is his habit, his way of life. He still prays in spite of the edict. You, maybe like me, have been complaining a lot over the last 2 months that we can't go to church. We can't worship God with our fellow believers. All of our physical contact, all of our spiritual support has been knocked out from under us. Woe is me. Daniel has been years without church. Ever since he's been a teenager. Now he's probably an old man at this point. No church. And still, what does he do? What we've been doing for the last couple of months without the internet. He's been praying. He's been worshiping God on his own. He doesn't need a church building in order to continue worshiping and being faithful to his God. So that raises the question, then why do we need church in the first place? Well, church is very important for us because it provides that support system for us. We need each other to encourage each other, to build one another up, to keep one another accountable, to teach one another. We need each other. Let me give you a homework assignment as you read, especially in the New Testament. Keep looking for that phrase, one another. Keep looking for the word together. And you see how important it is for Christians to be together and to support and to pray for one another, to take care of one another. So in whatever time the Lord leaves for us, let us determine to be faithful as Daniel was. Let us determine to be grateful as Daniel was. He prayed and he gave thanks as he always had, even in the midst of those circumstances. And let's absolutely do what Daniel did and pray, and pray, and pray. God bless you today.